What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Kickback.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for another one. We got a case that we're gonna talk about. Some might say as controversial as the OJ trial.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. That's fair.
I mean, it sparked a lot of hate.
Hate?
Hate? Sorry, I'm eating a warhead.
That's in there.
I'm sorry. Warheads are fire though.
Fuck it. I'm gonna tear mine open.
Oh yeah. It's free banter, man. We're not into the nitty gritty yet.
Green apple, here we go.
I just had that blue raspberry, but I want to spit it out now because there's no flavor left.
Which one do you think is the coldest? Or sourest, my bad.
Oh yeah. This new one's pretty sour.
Ugh.
New flavor warhead, guy. We went from Kyle Rittenhouse to talking about these warheads.
I'm going extreme sour lemon.
This is watermelon.
Ooh.
New flavor. They stepping up after 30 years.
After 30 years. Took them 30 years, but they're here.
For sure. Just to tell you guys. Tell you guys. You heard that? That's better. Little pre-banter. You know, last week I talked about my dad beating me at golf.
Yeah.
Played 18.
Mm-hmm.
And this last week he backed it up again and beat me by 3.
He doubled down.
Doubled down. Now he's just like talking mad shit. And the guy at the golf course in the gym, the one that usually, short guy with glasses, he always checks us in.
Oh, okay, yeah. Coach Frost vibes.
Coach Frost vibes, for sure. Less cool though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah. Kind of a little bit more plain.
Yeah. Kind of an asshole. He was like, "Oh, you let your dad kick your ass?" I'm like, 1 in 50 times. Shut up.
2 in 51.
Now in 2 in 51 times. So I mean, I guess that's what happened to me this weekend. It was not good.
You gotta step it up, bro. You gotta step it up.
That's for sure.
You can't let him double down, bro.
He did.
You just can't.
Well, we were supposed to go today, but we had some work to do, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Friday. And reclaim the throne, I guess.
Reclaim it. Take it back.
I don't know if I got it. Like, I might have lost a couple
Mm-hmm.
lands, couple towns to the rebellion, but other than that, I mean, I'm still sitting on, my army and everything.
Yeah.
So, it's the way I look at it.
You gotta do what he does and just...
I will watch the next time. I will.
Yes, he is suck. Oh my god.
I got.
Who eats it like that, bro? Who? Oh, you do.
Yeah, I can't go that hard.
He does, though. He does. That's the funny part of the whole thing.
It made me laugh if I did.
Yeah.
Anything you do this weekend, sir?
This
last weekend, I should say.
No, I just
art
kicked it. No, I didn't art. I just kicked it at the crib.
Didn't do anything special?
Nah. Actually, yeah, I went to Defy.
Oh, yeah.
Totally forgot I went to Defy. Holding it down, like always, bro.
Hell yeah.
Jumping's fun.
Jumping is fun.
Dunking is fun.
Dunking is fun.
Yeah, dunking's hard. It's hard.
It's timing.
I can't get the between the legs and in.
You don't have the...
It turns into a layup.
Well, it's just not the athleticism we have anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I'm used to... People that can't see.
That motion. Yeah, we're motioning it right now, guys.
Yeah. How to through your legs.
Look like a bunch
Two-hand
of retards trying to hump a doorknob.
What? Let me give you a quick story.
Let me tell you about this.
Just how you said we look like retards doing something.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like 6th, 7th grade.
I love where this is going.
Me, Cedric, Chad have our headphones in, right? Vibing. And we'd always like pretend like we're playing an instrument, I guess sometimes. Like going with the music. And like J-Rod down the street in Austin used to make fun of us. And we were just like vibing on it.
I can see why. Who was it again? Who all did that?
Me, Cedric, and Chad. My jaw locked up because of sourness. And me laughing. Ow.
That's it? They just made fun of you for doing that?
Yeah, because you said like looking like retards motioning.
Oh, okay.
We were just looking like retards.
Yeah.
Motioning, I guess you would say.
You would say.
I would.
I would say too.
I would say too.
We would say.
I don't think I did that when I got older. I think I still like sung.
I
But
stopped pretending to play instruments. See, that's where you fucked up, bro. Take it from me, air guitar guy.
air guitar guy. I was a killer air guitar guy.
Shouts out if they know that reference.
Air guitar guy?
guitar.
I feel like I do.
Trombone player.
Trombone player.
Trombone player.
Is this an Office reference?
No, bro.
What reference is it?
Trombone player, because he likes brass. The
Cool.
air guitar guy, or the front man. And then,
I don't know. I'm lost.
what did you say?
Uh,
Our band, me and our Jose band, Camp Lasco band.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. You're gonna play
That's
air
our
guitar.
band, bro.
I think I picked drums.
Yeah, I think so too.
And fucking
I wanted
yeah.
to
Jose
say
picked
guitar.
Jose picked
Trombone.
trombone.
Because I like brass. I just like made a little remix of that in the video, so that's how I
Remembered it
have that reference to
right
it.
off the top. Hell yeah, this fire. So other than the fight, nothing else.
No, that's it.
Did you get a dunk,
Firehouse subs.
though? Did you get a dunk though?
Did I get a what?
Get a dunk.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got a couple. I just couldn't do the cool ones.
Oh, so you never like could finish it?
I couldn't do a 360. I tried to do a 360.
Nah.
Hard.
Now you're
On the small one, I can.
you're making
there's a
me
bigger
gonna
one.
go to
Go,
Defy Saturday.
do it. Do it. I recommend it.
Boys' day out, dog.
Yeah, I love Defy.
I'll be down too.
Shout out Defy.
How long I could last?
Well,
Won't know till I go.
that's fair.
That's fair.
They have
Fuck this
like a hitting pit. So
arcade.
like,
Pit.
where you're on a stand, like a balancing beam. You and
Oh,
and
you
have
get
like
the sticks.
the Q-tip
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Beat.
Beat Iris's ass.
Yeah.
And Melanie. What the fuck, bro? Come on.
No step up.
You're like 6 years old. You think you can beat me? What were you thinking, dude? No, shouts out to Defy. It's really funny. You should go.
It just remind me of. Remember that little video of the guy slapping everybody at the birthday party?
No.
Even the kids. He's just slapping everybody and the parents.
No, I don't think I've seen this random birthday
And
party.
he's just
People
like,
getting
and
slapped.
people are lining up, and he's just like,
To
like,
get slapped?
no, like they're,
Oh, they're
like,
just in
like, hey, bang, hey, bang.
It reminds me of like Project X,
You're
where the
just doing
midget
that
gets
with
out
kids.
of the oven.
Project X. I never saw Project X.
The party?
Yeah, I never saw it.
What? A midget's in the fucking stove.
That was like the time frame that I wasn't watching movies.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I guess, yeah.
Like,
I
for
mean, I
like
understand what you're saying.
5 to 6 years, I never, like I said, like when we talked movies, I just didn't watch movies. I wasn't a movie guy.
Project X is pretty cool. Molly and the gnome? Not ringing a bell? No?
No,
God damn.
I don't hear nothing.
That's crazy.
No
It's just a
bells
big
are ringing
house
over
party,
here.
bro. It's pretty cool.
I know what it is about. I just
Oh,
never
okay.
saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
yeah. It was like kind of like right after like The Hangover and stuff.
I can't remember about that, but yeah, it was a pretty cool movie.
Yeah. All right.
Sums up our weekend.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good weekend. Hopefully to
Yeah.
make it a better weekend. We got Thanksgiving coming up.
Yes. Yes, we
By the time you hear this, Thanksgiving would have already happened, and we would have already ate things.
8 things.
Ate
Yep.
things. It took me until
Hope y'all enjoyed your Thanksgiving.
2 or 3 days ago when I listened to the episode again, what
Mhm.
you meant by the other pie. You fucking got me, and I was like, what does he mean?
What?
I was making up the draft,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, listening to it, and you're like, oh, another pie I won't mention, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
like, what other fucking pie? And that took me forever. And then Marco commented,
Sneak that in.
and I was
He
like,
snuck it in too.
yeah, and I was like, these motherfuckers gotta pass me. Like, how the
Low-key,
fuck?
bro.
Because literally I said the same thing to
You're down here,
to
bro.
Maria.
We're down here. We're up here, bro. You know.
It was just funny. It was just, that one caught me off guard. So, what would it be? What would it be? Give it up for you?
Yes.
Give it up for you?
Yes.
You got me.
Got
Definitely
him.
slept right by.
Slept. You're
But-
sleeping, bro. Stay woke.
But
Stay woke.
I hope y'all have had a happy Thanksgiving
We really do.
with your family
Make sure you tell everyone that you love them.
and your friends. I'll get drunk and
It's
do
not
it.
too late. You have.
I have.
My
I did
good
it
sir.
like a couple of days ago.
I love y'all guys. Bro, you drunk?
Yeah. Finger guns.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Finger guns. Michael Scott finger guns.
Fuck, bro. This one's sour as fuck, man.
Hell yeah, they're fire. Though. It makes you want to keep eating them.
You want to cry, bro?
Hell yeah. You wanna do a quick transition summary to the what we're gonna get into then, or do you want to take a small tiny break and then get into the real dangler, or you want to let it run?
Let's take a little break.
Just because it's a whole different subject, you feel me?
Yeah. It came in too light.
Too light.
Too light.
So let's regroup. We'll be right back, guys.
What's up, guys? We're back. This episode, we're going to be covering Kyle Rittenhouse and his case. We're going to be talking about the victims, try to get into a little bit of who they were and what the one survivor did say in court.
Charges. What they mean, their sentencing.
Yeah, we're going to try to break it down a little bit so...
It's easy listening.
Yeah, whenever the verdict happened, I couldn't follow the case as well as I wanted to.
It's hard when it's a year later and things barely get released at time.
Yeah, it's only on one or like a couple news outlets, the actual trial.
And they never show the whole thing when you're trying to look up the rest of it,
So we decided to try to break it down and research a little bit, get what we can get from it, and present it to people who know, people who don't know. You know what I mean?
We might try to troll.
We might try to troll a little bit, throw in comedic relief every now and then. Much needed.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, we do understand the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, a breakdown of the case. There was a protest in Wisconsin, Kenosha. I'm pretty sure it's in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
For sure.
Where the police shot an unarmed black man.
Jacob
Blake was the victim's name.
Yes.
I don't believe anything happened to the cops that killed him, right?
I don't think anything. I think they, if anything, they just went, not on, I don't want to say vacation, but took a leave of absence, I guess you would say, would be the right word. Right way to put it, And then,
for the most part.
Or transferred somewhere else or something like that, I'm sure they're not.
And obviously, how divided this country is, there's been a lot more cases where a black man has died from in the hands of a cop.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a white man, but I would say more of a cop.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
They just don't project it like that. So.
Yeah.
That's why I was just going to give it to the way they... me too. Okay, yeah. For sure.
We can break it down both ways, too.
Honestly, I feel like in these types of situations, I truthfully like to look at it at all angles and put my bias aside. Because if anything, I think I'd sound like my dad if I didn't do that. And no offense to Dad, he got his own way of thinking.
Beat you in golf. 2 times.
Yeah, he's got his rights. But comedic relief.
Please.
But I like to look at it both ways, and to me, I'm just gonna start off with this. People that put race into it, I said it just because that's how the news says it.
Yeah.
It's not just a cop; it's a white cop that killed the black man. And to me, when you just put race into it like that, to me, you're racist. I mean, yes, you don't have to be ignorant to the fact that one's black, one's white, but what's that got to do with it?
Yeah.
A cop killed an unarmed citizen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be easily portrayed like that.
Exactly, instead of stirring up trouble, which is...
Well...
You get me?
I do get you. With that being said, I still think racism is alive, which I obviously think that you know that too.
Yeah. I'm not disregarding it. I'm just saying I guess the morals of the way I think about it.
I understand.
That's just my way of thinking. Just to start off this case, because it's just I just hate every time it's about race.
Well, with that, I think I understand what you're saying and I agree, but also we don't live where people are racist to us, so we wouldn't know how much is actually out there.
And that's,
you know what I mean?
That's 100% true,
Mm-hmm.
because like I feel like at this school and the town we grew up, even though it's very small,
Mm-hmm.
it's like very like culturally divided.
Yeah.
And like nobody really like has a race war type of
Like,
deal.
yeah, there's no like no.
Everybody hangs out with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody really.
Yeah.
It's really like that.
That's just it's something we're not exposed to.
Yeah.
But I
Shouts out
understand
us.
what you're saying. Shouts out us.
Shouts out LaBelle, dog.
Nah.
One shouts out. They get that shouts out at least, cuz.
Yeah. All right. Shout out about fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, from there, the people got mad and protest several days,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it was after the first one, but after a couple, the city was like getting pretty much burnt down. You know, looting, riots, and shit.
Yeah.
And Kyle Rittenhouse, I think 18 years old?
17.
17? 17 at the time. Him and his best friend kind of didn't like it. You know,
So this ain't America.
yeah, I mean, I would be mad if like buildings got burnt down in LaBelle because of something
For sure.
that didn't really impact LaBelle, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I know obviously Kenosha, it did impact Kenosha, but
So are you saying that?
you know what I mean?
Are you saying that shit took place in Illinois where he was at?
Yeah, well, his mom lived somewhere else, but his dad lived in Kenosha, so I don't exactly know his living arrangements, but
Oh no, just the way you were saying it, to me it made me sound like like him and his friend didn't like that shit was happening where he was from, you know, or like where he was at the time, thinking it was Illinois because you know that's where I guess his mom lived.
yeah,
And then his dad was in Wisconsin.
yeah, exactly.
And I just thought you meant it like that, so they went to Wisconsin to help. But you meant it as just like they didn't like what was going on in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they, you know, he did live there, and there's probably a buddy from Wisconsin instead of Illinois.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, so I was there. I just thought of it the other way. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he was in that town at the day of the riots.
Okay, all right, yeah, he was in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Kenosha, bro.
In Kenosha.
Makes me think of that '70s show.
He was with his best friend, which was dating his sister.
Okay.
The older sister, so
Red flags?
They got red flags as fuck. I don't know what you're doing, but
Red flags.
yeah. But anyway, after one of the riots, they kind of him and his friend Dominic, I don't know if he's black, but Dominic. They went to a high school, scrubbed graffiti off the walls and shit, kind of cleaned up a little bit. Talked to business owners that had property damage, and the business owners were just like, "Oh man, bro, this is bullshit. Like, what does my used car have to do with any of this?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, why me?
Yeah. So, which I agree with. Like,
For sure.
Why?
Yeah, for sure.
But I guess after talking to a lot of people, you know, it kind of motivated Kyle to stand up. I don't know if that's the right word or word you would want to use.
In context, this does not reflect what it's just how I word it.
I mean, I don't know how exactly you worded it, but he didn't like that property was getting damaged.
He was taking matters into his own
There you
hands.
go. Exactly. That you could use those words too.
You could.
You could use a lot of words.
Lot of words. You can use words that don't make sense
Nah,
too.
bro, you know, dictionary. I ain't gang. Yeah. So that wasn't the only factor for him, but it like kind of one of the big reasons to motivate him to go out during the next protest and
I wanted you to be like,
where do I go from there?
I thought you were about to be like, and do some damage or something. You know, like,
that's fair.
Go and murder someone.
To clean up the city, but I mean,
okay, so let me stop you right there. All right, because this is one of my, you know, like in the trial, like again, people are just like, what they say is, hey, he they fucked around and found out. It doesn't matter what's right, what's wrong. What happened before there?
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, you're right, but if if you're 17, you don't show up to the streets with a rifle and think you're gonna do something if the cops aren't doing something. You have no authority.
Authorita.
Like, was that South Park?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, what were you honestly gonna do? And you know, I hear people with the law and blah blah. You have a right to everything.
Fuck this sour.
Second Amendment type of shit, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hear all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that he did more endangering than anything by showing up with a rifle. That's my opinion, because, you know, he could have just been scrubbing graffiti and that would have done the service of a lot of things.
You got valid points.
You get me? Like, there, so...
I think he had no business being there, but I'm not
for
saying...
sure.
But that doesn't mean that he didn't have a right to be there.
Exactly, and that's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. When like, people put in that right to be there, it's a different story. I mean,
for sure. And then the other thing is, like, which I'm sure you're gonna get to, and I should probably save it for it, but I'll touch on it briefly. Is like, people were also saying, like, oh, so what? Now you're defending a pedophile, a rapist. You know, the I think it was Rosenbaum that they said that about.
He was a pedophile.
You get me? So like, they want to bring that up too, and it's like, that's not what we're not even talking about them. We're not defending him at all. Mm-hmm. Like, who's defending? He's dead. What are we defending?
For me,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just so annoying. Like, they're only seeing one side.
Yeah.
Like, see both sides. It's like wrong on both sides, no matter what you look at it. I mean, people died.
Well, a lot of the people that did the digging on the victims kind of like went, I don't know about far, but it's just like sometimes.
Yo, when he was 12.
Yeah, exactly.
He cut off a cat's ear one time.
Yeah.
Because he heard it grow back.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel you. Like, too far just to prove a point, to make Kyle stand out more, which they did nothing to do that. It's just judges and juries did.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, to me, it's just so screwed up.
I think just because they were criminals, like, is that okay that Kyle shot them or killed them? I don't think so.
So, exactly, and I agree with that 100%. And I also agree with the side that's also like, you know, like pedophiles and people like that shouldn't, jail time, you should be castrated and killed. Like, just something that we shouldn't stand for at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think at one point there was a law trying to be passed for, like, a no age limit on love.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, a 6-year-old could, you know, be with a...
60?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, some shit like that. And it's like no.
Cookie, I love him.
yeah. So, it's just terrible, you know? Like, there's just certain things that are like, yeah, well, the amendment and this. Yo, welcome back. We're going to get into the video. We're just going to watch the video real quick. We're going to let it play. You guys will be able to hear it. I'm sure you've all seen it. Especially if you're tuning in to listen to this one.
Yeah.
But
it's the footage of the actual event of him shooting. A live streamer caught it, so it's
in 2020. So
yep.
Here we go. We're going to let it play. You're going to hear some background as well. You know, background talking on it. You know, that is not us.
Yeah.
So just be prepared for that one.
Officers were outraged after realizing why he was there and, quote, created a mob now determined to hurt Kyle. The statement goes on to say that protesters chased Rittenhouse down to this car lot. Court records claim Joseph Rosenbaum threw a plastic bag at Rittenhouse before the teen shot and killed him. Rittenhouse's attorneys share a different story, quote, upon the sound of a gunshot behind him, Kyle turned and was immediately faced with an attacker lunging towards him and reaching for his rifle. He reacted instantaneously and justifiably with his weapon to protect himself, firing and striking the attacker. Rittenhouse's attorneys say he realized he needed to run for his safety. But first, the criminal complaint shows a detective found that Rittenhouse called his friend to tell him that he had just killed someone. Court records say a witness told police he heard a person yell, "Beat him up," referring to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse's legal team says he then shot 2 people who struck him first. The criminal complaint alleges Anthony Huber, Rittenhouse's second victim, hit Rittenhouse in the shoulder in an effort to disarm him. The teen's attorneys say Kyle had no choice but to fire multiple rounds towards his immediate attackers. But on Friday, the Kenosha police chief said the shootings never should have happened.
We've had 2 people lose their lives senselessly.
She's throwing up gang signs, bro.
Gang signs, dog. I just love it every time.
Fuck around,
News
find out.
captured video of Rittenhouse holding his hands in the air as he approached police after the shootings, but officers moved past him to tend to the victims. Chief Daniel Niskinis says at the time there was nothing to suggest Rittenhouse was a threat.
There were a lot of people in the area, a lot of people with weapons, and unfortunately, a lot of gunfighting.
Rittenhouse turned himself into police in his hometown of Antioch, Illinois on Wednesday. He remains detained in Illinois awaiting a decision on when he will be brought to Kenosha for his court case.
So, let me just...
That was live video.
Live video, for sure. Okay.
On the news.
So the video,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just touch on that.
Horrible video images.
Yeah, I'll just touch on that briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you're in a mob.
Mm-hmm.
You're a regular guy with a gun. The police drove by. This is what I don't get. The police drove by him and was like, nah, he's not a threat. He's just a kid walking around with an AK or AR.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yep.
I know the laws in Wisconsin.
No.
You know what I mean? The open carry, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's an A fucking R.
Should have touched that at the end.
Sorry.
But since you addressed it, let's go ahead and address it. It wasn't just Kyle. Kyle, he had medical gloves on. The pouch that he had was a medical kit. He was...
Okay.
He's not a certified medic, but he was out there to provide medical attention to people.
Okay.
So, from here, I'm going to jump in.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Go.
So, him being a medical, I guess, I want to say impersonator, because he had...
Impersonator.
He was in like a law...
Shine shoe.
Cadet academy. He was like very into like law enforcement as a kid and shit.
Oh yeah.
So that's a thing. That's probably why he was all like gunned up and med up, and he took like medical class from like the fire station, you know, some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Just like general knowledge, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's why he was out, was to provide medical attention to people that need it. You know what I mean? It wasn't only him. There's a group on Facebook for people that wanted to, I guess, arm up and go out into the city. You know what I mean? And
arm up.
From what they said, they're like, yo, like, I understand y'all want to protest, but whenever it comes to property damage, that ain't happening. Is the whole movement behind that group going out and people with guns or whatever going out. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Obviously.
If you remember, Trump was ready to go in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, everybody was kind of against that part.
So it was bad.
Of the rioting.
It had to be very bad, though. You know what I mean? For all this had to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why he was out there. Okay, so in the video, the first guy that he shot was Joseph Rosenbaum. As I said earlier, Kyle went to different groups asking if anyone needed medical attention.
Yeah.
It just so happened that Joseph was in one of those groups that he, made his way to. And I don't know what triggered Joseph into, like, chasing Kyle, but that's eventually what it came down to, was that Joseph was chasing him around with a plastic bag, with something in the plastic bag.
Yeah.
So after running around the car a couple times, it looked like from the video, Kyle's back was turned. A bystander shot a gun into the air to stop it. So Kyle turned around and Joseph was like very close to him trying to grab his gun after he threw the bag at him. So he shot 4 times and killed him.
Yeah.
So that's where the first victim kind of is at. How that all happened. He was chasing him.
Yeah.
And from things that happened in the court, his fiance actually like testified or whatever.
Yeah.
And she said that he was discharged from the hospital that same day.
Yeah.
Which is where the bag comes from. like of all his shit, and she actually says that he wasn't able to fill his prescription.
Yeah.
So he wasn't taking the meds he should have been on.
Yeah, and he wasn't able to because of the riots.
And other witnesses says that he was like belligerent, saying like fuck the cops and basically fuck anyone, just like being wild.
Yeah. Rioting.
They said that he even tipped over and set on fire a porta potty.
Yeah.
So.
Just rioting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
Just rioting.
Rioting.
Not protesting. Rioting.
Yeah, that's not protesting.
Because there is a difference. I would like very much to
We had protests that happened in LaBelle.
Yeah.
They were
people
peaceful.
standing, just
speaking their mind, being peaceful.
Yeah. I wanted to make up a chant, but I couldn't. That's why my shoulders were
Ooh,
going.
ooh, ooh,
I'm thinking of a chant, but don't have a chant. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a complete difference there.
Yeah. So that's kind of where he jumps in, and everyone says that Kyle did not shoot first. Some other guy shot, which in the video you can hear that too. So that's where we are with the first victim and what they all said in court.
Yeah. Well, before you move on
Yep.
to go to the second one, as you know, he was charged with 5 different things.
Yeah.
So let me read what Rosenbaum was. The charges he was getting
the
for the
charges-
Rosenbaum incident.
Yeah, charges Kyle would have got
For
for
the-
the Rosenbaum.
Exactly. So the first one would be first degree reckless homicide, which is basically, with a higher, what would you not? I want to say voltage, not higher capacity weapon.
Oh, okay.
With like intent to kill with like no regard for human life.
Gotcha.
As in like even people around him. He's got a couple of those other charges
That's
as well.
true. He's shot 4 times.
Like that's
Crowd
what
is
that's
fuck.
what that charge is broken down.
Yeah. Could have easily hit a bystander.
Yeah.
In any situation like that.
Yeah. So if he was accused, it would have been up to 60 years in prison. It
Or
could have been up to.
If he was convicted.
Yeah, convicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, not accused. He was accused.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You said 64 years?
60 years.
Damn.
But because his weapon was modified, it would have added an extra 5 years sentence. And that's on every charge. So just keep that in mind. So it could have been up
extra
to
5?
Yep, extra 5 years. And it could, like I said, 60. It could have been up to 60 years. So the judge could have been like 30 years. The judge could have been like whatever they decided, So that's part of it. And then I guess when, this will probably come up a little later. He was shooting Rosenbaum. He was also charged with first degree reckless endangering safety. Recklessly endangering safety, which is when
shooting in a crowd, I feel like.
Basically McGinnis, a witness or someone, a bystander, said that he was in the line of fire.
Oh, for sure.
As he was shooting at Rosenbaum. So that's endangering safety. So that's up to 12 years, 12 and a half years, plus the 5 years because of modified weapon.
Yeah.
So we could have got up to 17 just for that.
Yeah.
So there's that for those guys. So go ahead and move on. Just wanted to clarify those. And obviously both not guilty.
Yeah.
So
given at the end of the.
And then the second guy that died was part of the brotherhood of skateboarding. Fellow skateboarder. That we just some rando. We're just making that up.
Yeah, the second victim, Anthony
Huber.
Huber.
Okay. That's what I would go with.
So okay. So after he shoots Rosenbaum,
seconds after,
people gather. He makes a phone call to his best friend Dominic.
Yeah, not seconds after. Sorry.
Yeah. Calls his best friend and he's like, "Yo, I killed someone." And obviously, with gunshots, people are crowding, starting to gather.
Can I say something?
I need to get the fuck out of here. Go ahead.
He said he called someone, his buddy.
Yep.
Is that because him and his buddy were out there?
Yep.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that. He didn't call to be like, "Yo, I just fucking shot someone, my guy."
Dude, what's
he didn't go like that, so I just wanted to clarify that part.
Yeah, he was out there.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, Kyle was like, "Yo, I need to get out here." Obviously, he's not gonna stay there if people, just take it out of context. Just in the situation, be like, "Yo, this guy shot that guy," and not knowing he was getting chased or whatever. But so he kind of started running, and everyone's like, "Get him! Get that fucker!" You know,
think of how wild your mind is to be like, "Yo, get that fucker! He's got an AR." Dun-dun. Here we are. We're back in court. What was that show? Law and Order.
Law and Order. Bum bum.
Yeah. Bum bum. That's just what I thought of for some reason. Popped in my mind. We're back.
Because we're in court. That's why.
We're in court. Nick, tell us about court.
Yeah. So in court, right next to me, I got Kyle Rittenberry.
Rittenberry.
Rittenberry. Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse Rittenberry. It's like Cody Rittenberry. I'm gonna send the snippet too. Because you know,
bro.
Yeah.
I be thinking about you sometimes, Cody.
We miss you, Cody.
That was weird as fuck, bro. That was really weird.
Alright, here we go. Ready? Hey guys, we're back to discuss the Rittenhouse court.
Rittenhouse? Oh, Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yes, there we go.
Got it.
Alright, here we go.
Got it this time, guys. I like that. But, so, obviously all those charges were brought up on Kyle, and his defense was self.
Yeah. That was good.
Right?
I was like, what?
The pause helped me a little bit.
It didn't help me. I was like, what's happening here?
So he said he pled self-defense on all of them.
Yeah.
On all counts. Charge counts.
Yeah.
Bum bum.
What do you think about that? Just your personal opinion. Yeah.
Okay. If I could go one by one.
One by one. That's what he did.
Joseph. Boom. First one.
Where's the D? Is it D?
Yep. So the first one.
Sorry.
Getting chased around. Hearing a gunshot, because I think that one random gunshot kind of made everything
chaotic.
real chaotic. So probably without that first gunshot, probably jail time. I could see jail time.
Okay.
Without it, with it, so what actually happened with the gunshot happening, then shooting, that's a little bit harder. But I can see why he did shoot it, because he was getting chased.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
that one you could justify as self-defense.
He was getting chased. Well, if that's the case, you can justify all of them, because he was getting chased by all of them.
That's true.
But for the last two, he wouldn't have been getting chased if it wasn't for the first one.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
What makes me, question it is, they were like, why did you need the gun?
Can you be chasing?
If you showed up, providing medical attention as just a random person, do you think anybody would have messed with him?
Yeah.
You think so too?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Just because I'm pretty sure it was late at night, so I feel like most of the people there might have been protesters, but there were some people there. I don't want to say like Joseph, but people that were just flipping porta potties.
Just there for the chaos.
This is court.
Yeah,
court confirmed that he was flipping over porta potties.
Yeah.
Witnesses.
Yeah.
And just acting a fool. You know what I mean? So I think that kind of draws a pretty good picture for Kyle, rather than against him.
Yeah, but what I'm basically saying is, do you think if he didn't have a gun, why would have they attacked him? Because I feel the whole reason they attacked him is because they were like, look, he's one of them, he's got the gun. He's got a gun. Mm. You know what I mean?
I don't think he was the only person with a gun there. Well, I know for a fact he wasn't.
Yeah, no, for sure. But everyone else, I think
think it's the way he carried himself and probably the things that he could have been saying, just like...
Yeah, and that's something I don't think we'll know.
Yeah, that's something we'll not know. But for me, that's... I mean, he wasn't the only person that had a gun.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Some people shouldn't have had it. He shouldn't have had a gun.
Which,
according to the law, right? He shouldn't have had that gun.
Not at 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So... Which
is weird that the judge threw that out.
But neither... Yeah. That is very weird.
Yeah.
That's a part that I didn't look into. Which...
there was
episode we could have.
Well, there was nothing to look into.
Yeah.
There was nothing provided. He was like, we're just going to throw this away because...
That's weird.
We're testing him as an 18-year-old now. Which made no sense to me.
That's... Yeah.
Like you said, it's a flawed system,
Yeah.
which everybody knows it is. It's not morally right.
Yeah.
Is the problem?
Specifically took a year so he could be 18. That's fucked.
No, they used it for the cover up.
Yeah. So.
Epstein, whatever.
Yeah.
So I get the self-defense charge.
Kyle shouldn't have had a gun. Gage technically shouldn't have had a gun. I think that even the person that had, like, the bystander that just shot, I'm pretty sure he shouldn't have had the gun either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With all that being said, everyone did have a gun.
and that's many people's arguments where it goes back to one of our buddies online saying he fucked around and found out. That's the charges. The charges aren't whether he was able to have a gun or not.
Yeah.
The charges are this, and this.
Yeah.
Which is technically right.
Yeah. Well, I think at the end of the day, I think everyone that got shot was attacking him in some way.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Just looking at the video.
Yeah.
And for Anthony, I feel like for people in the situation, it's so hard to take yourself out of the situation and be like, yo, why am I getting this guy again? Like, he shot someone that was chasing him. Why am I getting this? You know what I mean? Like,
as you say that, I could see
it's
us.
hard. No, it's hard.
I could see us just going the other way then.
Oh no, I could see us running the fucking other way.
Yo, what gunshots? I'm trying to hit this spot. Dog, get out of here.
I mean, I'm always packing, but if I'm not packing, I'm not running.
I don't think we're the type to go to a riot.
Nah. Or a protest. Nah.
Or a protest, yeah.
Not a late one. 9 o'clock's my bedtime, bro.
I got work the next day.
The street lights are on, and I'm home.
But you know what I mean? So it's like you said, like how you said Rosenbaum was out there doing porta potty shit, like hoodlum shit.
That's not good shit.
Hoodlum shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean,
it's not.
Would you say? Well,
I'm not saying he needed to die. I'm not saying.
You're
that
saying Huber was out there actually providing medical attention.
Gage
was. So Huber was just out there for the rioting as well. Then.
I mean, there's no proof that I saw. There's no proof that he was lighting shit on fire. Or I didn't see anyone testify that he did.
Probably still had no business out there.
Yeah, well, probably most people didn't because it was.
Exactly.
I feel like it was late.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But other than protesting, because people do have a right to protest, but I'm not going to say Anthony had no reason to be there. I just don't know if he was one of the rioters or protesters. So for me, he's on the protester side until
proven
I see anything. But
it wouldn't be.
But he chased Kyle down and hit him with a skateboard. So, innocent until chased him down.
That's self-defense. I get that. Yeah.
To me, that's self-defense. If I have a gun and someone's attacking me, or chasing me, throwing shit at me, you know, I mean, he's gonna chase me around until either I'm out of breath or he's out of breath or he's dead.
And what they came to attention to, and what I agree with as well, is throwing out saying not guilty to the endangering of safety, you know, recklessly, those 2 counts, because it was self-defense. So how are you gonna charge me with that when I'm just defending myself in a street? Yeah. In a crowded protest, riot, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know, with people chasing me. So I see why it's thrown out, and I see why they came to that conclusion.
Well, for me, before I did the research, I knew it was a protest. I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah.
So whenever he got or wasn't convicted, and people were saying that it was about race, I was wondering how that specific case connected to racism.
Yeah.
Because it's a white guy, and I'm pretty sure 3 other white guys are just, you know, not black, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I was wondering how that connected to racism, other than why the protesters were there. Or rioters, whatever you want to call it.
And I think it really is just a stir-up from the George Floyd, you know, putting white versus black, and all of that, which, you know, we can't stress that enough. It's the dumbest thing. You know what I mean? It's just I think that's literally why.
Yeah.
You know, to what you're asking.
Yeah.
Honestly.
For me, it was just really confusing whenever I first thought about it. Which, for me, I guess it's still a little bit confusing because to me, it's just the protest that was there. I mean, But if you ask me, I think at least Joseph, the first guy, like, for me, just like all cards are off the table for him. It's just like he didn't care about the cause.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he wasn't there for the cause.
He was there to fuck shit up.
Yeah. For Gage Gross, I can say that he was there for the cause.
Yeah.
Because he was obviously medical shit.
And like you said actually about the police earlier that didn't know the situation and went right by him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know the situation, saw someone get shot and showed up and was like, what's up? Like, you know, and he saw someone with a rifle, he pulled his pistol, or his Glock, I should say.
Yeah.
And, you know, what happened.
I think for sure the last two were definitely like victims of in the moment thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just not like...
It wasn't even... couldn't even think.
For Gage, he had a chance because he had a gun, but he didn't use that to advantage.
And he didn't have an intent to kill.
No, for sure.
Like you said, he was there for the help. Yeah. So he could have just pop, and been done with it. Yeah. But he had no intention to kill. At that point, Rittenhouse already is seeing people chase him, and to see someone else come up with a gun, he feared for his life.
Yeah. I understand.
And did what he did. Yeah. You know, especially with a gun being pointed at him first.
That's why if you deal with anything in a crowd, it makes the stakes so much more higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just because you get those additional charges added on because of things like that.
For me personally, it's just like any kind of... That's why I stopped partying whenever I did stop.
Well, we had a lot of
bad experiences with a lot of big crowds. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, big crowds are a no-go.
Yeah.
So...
Well, the parties here turned into shootings.
With the big gathering, you know, just... It's very... The energy is very manipulative.
Wow, we just left the courtroom, and we were found not guilty.
Case closed.
Of crappy entertainment.
This is quality, good shit, bro.
High five, not guilty. We walked out clean. We were sobbing. We were
fake sobbing, crocodile.
Pulled a LeBron.
Now that we kind of pulled away from that case, in a serious note. Okay. So we're gonna get in a little bit jokey. Good memes came out of that one trial.
Oh, for sure, hella memes. I
don't think he was actually crying.
You know? No? You don't think so? No.
Just breathing hard.
I think it was more of a shock.
Just cry. Just cry. One little tear. Just cry.
Like, you remember, like,
couldn't do it.
Every now and then, like, as a kid, you would get, like, the wind knocked out of you, and you would, like, cry, but there would be no, like, breath for tears or anything to make
it's
tears.
Like hyperventilating.
Hyperventilating, exactly, yeah. I feel like it was something like that. Yeah, and it could have been a show.
Dude couldn't perform.
Improv. So what do you want to do first? You want to do our quotes or our real ones?
Okay.
Draft is last. Yeah.
Your quotes. What was it? Quotes or real ones?
Yeah, your
quotes. I'm real ones. Rochambeau.
Oh, okay, all right. Rochambeau.
Damn.
Rochambeau.
Damn.
All right, so quotes first.
Quotes.
All right. You want to go first, sir, or do you want me to read mine?
If you know yours.
Oh, I know mine. I can read it right now. So, just for context, my daughter makes signs. You know, when she like finds like.
She throws up signs.
Gang. Put her next to somebody speaking on something important. Like in the hand.
Oh yeah.
You always say throw up signs. So anyway, she likes to make signs around the house. You know, every time she finds something. Like, and this sign was probably in this room. Yeah, because it was my old bedroom for probably about 4 or 5 years now. But my quote is what my daughter wrote on that sign, and it is, "No boys allowed, girls only, Illuminati."
Illuminati. Just take a minute.
She's
if you will.
7. And it was written at 5.
Take in that quote of the week.
Quote of the week from my daughter.
No boys allowed.
Girls only.
Girls only.
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Who else is in the Illuminati?
Beyonce.
Girl?
She is the devil.
Does she have the song like Girls Rule the World?
Who runs the world? Girls.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Connected. She's going to be a pop star. We already know.
Ladies.
Sophie's going to be a pop star.
To the left?
Oh, wow. connections everywhere.
Yeah, it's a good little piece for the studio. You know what I mean?
Just sits there.
You don't like art?
We're just two boys here podcasting.
I have conflicting thoughts about myself since I'm in here now.
Am I one? Because I'm allowed in here.
I'm allowed it.
I might be feminine. Your quote, sir.
So my quote of the week is an actual quote this time.
Is it from Kyle?
It's
He did? Hey.
No, that would be cool.
Clap it up for my guy. Usually he's off the dome. He's got something.
Oh yeah, usually I'm off the dome.
And he's got something.
I got something. I took the time to actually get something.
Usually
This
I do that.
This was meaningful, yeah.
Exact
Usually-
opposite this week. I fucks with it.
I'm on it. Okay, so you ready? This is deep. Take a second.
Let me sit back.
And
Hold on.
close your eyes.
I'm ready.
Crack your hands.
Grab
Inhale. Exhale. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Think about it. The happiness of your life
Damn, I got
depends
terrible
upon
thought
the
quality.
quality of your thoughts.
I got bad thought quality.
Mind over matter. You sheep.
Shit.
I don't know where that came from, but it's out there now.
I'm the black sheep, dog.
Enlightened? Very.
Very confused. Yes.
Very.
Yeah, very. There you
Also, very.
go.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was actually deeper than I thought it would be.
Hey, that's what happens whenever I actually take time to think about it.
All right, let's.
Yep.
How about this?
Okay.
Let's take.
Yes, sir.
All right, we took long enough. All right, real one, sir.
Real ones. Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay. Shoot.
My real ones.
Yep.
Is everybody cooking us all this food we're about to
Oof.
demolish or have, since you've heard this, already demolished. So
Thank
shouts out to all them.
Thank you, everyone.
For
That
sure.
completely fucked up my stomach.
Dad, thank you.
Thank you for making me wish I had a wheelchair
Yeah.
with all those delicious
Oh, God.
treats.
I thought you were gonna be like vegetable.
No, vegetables. Thank you for
Wheelchair.
all this fucking corn. All these fucking mixed vegetables.
I thought you were gonna be like, thank you for putting me in a wheelchair with all this delicious food.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, thank you.
Hell yeah.
Give it up for everyone. Cooking.
That's my real
Making
one.
good shit.
Hell yeah.
It's a good MVP.
For sure. Topical.
Mine is also about food.
Okay. I know where this is
Weird
going
enough.
actually.
I just saw it today because I think it just happened today on the time of this recording. Shouts out to a lady named Esmeralda.
Not who I thought you were.
I do not know this last name, but she's an employee at the LaBelle Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
She brought over 3 dozen donuts and 2 large pots of coffee for the sheriff's department.
Oh, very topical.
Very topical.
For your real one,
Kyle
sir.
Rittenhouse. Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Shout out to her for real, because that's a pretty good gesture. I mean,
Most people don't do stuff like that.
shit, I wish the day before Thanksgiving someone gave me 3 dozen donuts. So, shout out to Esmeralda for keeping our boys in blue,
Not blue.
not blue, donuts. Thank you, Esmeralda.
2 good real ones.
Yes, we need to inspire to be more like these 2 real ones.
We need to learn to cook food, is what I'm hearing. Or bring
Donuts
each
to
other
cops.
food.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Not give those cops, but
Yeah.
we will. Because she's already doing that can't steal her thing.
Yeah.
We'll just bring food to each other.
I fucks with it. I fucks with it.
Support your friends.
Support your friends, give them food.
Alrighty, sir.
Yeah.
You see that socket?
Oof.
See that socket?
Socket.
Plug it in.
Oh man.
Let's get it.
Yeah, everyone that's still listening. If you have not heard on our multiple breaks, I do resin and I can make you resin.
Thanks.
We got things. We got many things. We got little things, we got big things. Trays, coasters, shot glasses, you name it.
Knickknacks.
We got it. MoonlightCrafts.co on IG. Appreciate it.
You're.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna plug it again, even though I still haven't done it. My betting is coming. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I promise. It's just something you gotta master on its own, but definitely be looking out for that. And it's just gonna be a quick, if you like to bet on basketball, it's gonna be a quick little listen just to give you some tips on which way I think you should go.
If I can.
Go ahead.
I already made double.
High five. Did I help with that? Little?
Yeah. No.
No? Okay, that's fine.
You told me to go with the Magic. And I listened.
Oh, for the Milwaukee game?
Yeah.
That happens. I told you that's
anything other than Magic, I think I should have listened to you, but just not Magic.
Yeah, don't listen to me on Magic. I'm going to be biased on the Magic.
Fanboy.
I have already stated that.
Yeah. I should have known. I was like,
and I feel like I've told you that.
I told it, like, this guy said it. He got to be right.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm going to be biased with them. Maybe I should stop.
No, but it's a good way. Your betting shit is a good way for people to make money.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's going to be like...
It's give and takes.
Yeah, and the way I'll break it down is I'll give them, locks that'll make you $4 extra than what you betted, or depending on if you're a big better or a little better, So, and then I'll give you what I think it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gave Nick, if Magic would have hit, it would have been great. For the odds. He would have made more money than the other little ones put together, So that's just how it works, and sometimes you gotta risk it all to win it all.
Yep. I made double.
I actually just helped the coach win. He got a free bet.
Mm-hmm. Snap.
Yeah, and then I think the other time I made him, I didn't hit on the last one, but I hit on the other one. So
parlays are hard.
And that's how it is.
The hardest to parlay.
I can't be 100%, but yeah, look forward to that. If I can ever get it right, we'll figure it out.
That's a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, as always, it's us, the Kickback.
The Kickback podcast.
On everything, pretty much all platforms.
Yep, we're still dropping. Every time we got something to drop, we drop it everywhere.
For sure. And
so go pick it up everywhere.
Weekly, I have to actually get those links from you again to save in my clipboard.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to get those links for Instagram and TikTok so I can start posting those as well on our Facebook page, because I drop at least a YouTube one once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Constantly posting episodes. We are.
Yeah.
We're constantly sharing just our page in Spotify.
Subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I had someone subscribe today.
I saw it.
I hope they don't unsubscribe.
Shouts out.
But we're working on that, and as always, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, or anywhere else you can get your podcast, man. And as always, I'm glad you had a happy Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you next week. Anything else, Nick?
Just, do a run or walk a couple laps, and you'll be good from Thanksgiving. You'll be good. Trust me.
Yeah, you're probably all bloated right now. At the time of hearing this, you bloated fuckers. Still eating turkey sandwiches.
Yep. That was still.
Hell yeah, you took that shit for lunch today, champ.
Yeah, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. That's all I know.
Let's just close it on that.
Right.
We'll just put that song to play out. But I'm glad you guys had a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week as always.
Yep. Thanks for listening.